You think you have a motivation problem. You don't. You have a discipline problem. And more than 2,000 years ago, Sun Tzu understood the difference. Imagine a general standing before an army on the morning of battle. Thousands of soldiers are waiting for his command. The enemy is approaching, and the general turns to his men and asks, "Does everyone feel motivated today?" Of course not, because motivation is irrelevant when the battle has already begun. Sun Tzu understood something that many of us have forgotten. You cannot build your life around how you feel in the moment. Because your feelings change. Your responsibilities don't. There will be mornings when you wake up ready to conquer the world. And there will be mornings when you want to stay in bed. There will be days when training feels easy. And days when every excuse seems reasonable. There will be moments when you feel focused, ambitious, and determined. And others when you feel none of those things. If your actions depend on which version of you shows up that morning, you will always be inconsistent. Sun Tzu wrote, "Every battle is won before it is fought." That idea applies far beyond warfare. The disciplined person doesn't win the battle against temptation in the moment. He wins it beforehand. He decides beforehand. He prepares beforehand. He removes as many choices as possible before his weaker self gets a vote. If you want to train tomorrow morning, prepare tonight. Put your clothes out. Know what workout you're doing. Set the alarm. Go to bed on time. When morning arrives, don't ask yourself whether you feel like training. That decision was already made. Get up. If you want to eat better, don't wait until you're hungry to decide what you're going to eat. Prepare beforehand. If you want to save money, don't depend on willpower every time you want to buy something. Build a system beforehand. If you want to read more, put the book where you normally put your phone. If you want to waste less time, remove the things designed to steal your attention. This is strategy, and strategy beats willpower. Sun Tzu knew that a good commander does not simply demand bravery from his soldiers. He puts them in positions where the correct action becomes easier. He controls the terrain. He controls the preparation. He controls the conditions before the battle begins. You should do the same with your life. Look at the places where you keep failing. Then look at the environment surrounding those failures. Maybe the problem isn't that you're lazy. Maybe you've made laziness incredibly convenient. Maybe the problem isn't that you lack focus. Maybe you've surrounded yourself with distractions. Maybe the problem isn't that you lack discipline. Maybe every day you're forcing yourself to fight the exact same battle again, and again, and again. A good strategist would change the battlefield. There is another lesson here. Sun Tzu placed enormous importance on training and organization. An army cannot suddenly become disciplined when the enemy appears. It must practice discipline when nothing important is happening. The same is true for you. You don't become disciplined when life gets difficult. You discover whether you were disciplined before life became difficult. Discipline is built in ordinary moments. Getting up when the alarm rings. Finishing the workout when nobody is watching. Doing the work you said you would do. Keeping promises that only you know you made. Walking away from something you know is bad for you. Choosing the harder path when the easier one is available. None of these moments look impressive. There is no audience. There is no applause. Most of the time, nobody even knows. But those small decisions are training. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen the part of you that can be trusted. Every time you break one, you teach yourself that your own commands are optional. Think about that. If a commander gave an order and his soldiers ignored him whenever they didn't feel like following it, would he really be commanding an army? Or would he simply be making suggestions? Many people live this way with themselves. They say, "Tomorrow I'll wake up early. Tomorrow I'll start exercising. Tomorrow I'll stop drinking so much. Tomorrow I'll work on the business. Tomorrow I'll spend less time on my phone. Tomorrow I'll finally begin." Then tomorrow arrives, and the command becomes a negotiation. 5 more minutes. I'll start Monday. Today was stressful. I'll do it tomorrow. And eventually you stop believing yourself. That's one of the hidden costs of living without discipline. You lose trust in your own word. The solution isn't to become perfect. It isn't to turn yourself into some emotionless machine. It's much simpler. Make fewer promises to yourself, but keep them. Start small if you have to. Wake up when you said you would. Walk for 20 minutes. Read 10 pages. Finish one task before checking your phone. Do one difficult thing every day simply because you decided that you would. Then repeat it. The goal is not the individual action. The goal is teaching yourself. When I give myself an order, I follow it. Eventually, something changes. You stop needing motivation. You stop constantly searching for the perfect morning routine, the perfect productivity system, the perfect inspirational video. You simply begin. And strangely enough, motivation often appears after you start, not before. The hardest part of training is often putting on your shoes. The hardest part of writing is opening the document. The hardest part of cleaning the house is picking up the first thing. The hardest part of changing your life is taking the first action before you feel ready. Sun Tzu understood that victory favors preparation, not emotion, not excitement, not good intentions, preparation. So stop asking yourself, how do I become more motivated? Ask a better question. What can I decide today so I don't have to decide tomorrow? Prepare the battlefield. Remove the distractions. Create the routine. Make the decision beforehand. Then when the moment arrives, act. Because the disciplined person does not wake up every morning and decide who he is going to be. He already decided. The disciplined person has already made the decision. The moment merely reveals it.